Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Chicago Bears
and the Las Vegas Raiders. Stadium. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Carr to throw on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Carr going to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 32 that time.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. They will run for the first time here with White. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Carr going to try and throw on third down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let him know he believes in him as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive.
White. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
White will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, Warner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They got to like the way that they started this ball game.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Off play action. Fields rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The result, a 1st down as a quick slant gets him 14. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Fields. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting roughed backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A handoff for Herbert. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 29. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. first down. Fields dropping this underneath with Herbert.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting in the ball in the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Throwing on third down. Fields. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Basically, you're not going to outrun 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Here's Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Throws the out route and finds Claypool. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's a give to Herbert.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. From the gun, here's Fields.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On second down, they'll run with White, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Carr now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a map.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diego. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
This is a situation where the quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 35 on second down. Carr trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find...
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Steps him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Kelly gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Throwing his car on third down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick six in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
Santos now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bears 14, Raiders 7. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A final shot before break. Perry. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now it's Fields. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
To throw is Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down. Here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. Down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
Now Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bears 21. Raiders 7.
Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small magical spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Now a give up the middle. This is White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
To throw on 3rd down. Perry able to find Walter. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Corbin, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Perry. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Oh, the return is Jones. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, Perry.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Perry.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Yikes, a 40-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there on the screen, and a set up a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Darren Waller, 41 yards.
And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got nothing coming.
And then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Fields on 1st down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now, after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Ronald Jones, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21.
Raiders 14. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. At home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Perry
looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
Operating from the gun. Perry. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Perry. And it
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Chicago, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.